Hi, Aries. How are you? Let's see why Spirit had you stop by. Somebody's heart is singing, or it needs to sing. Okay. So that's like the desires of your heart, your passion, your desires. And Spirit says, let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. I'm almost feeling like somebody needs help getting back to themselves, getting back to feeling like themselves or acting like themselves, or getting back in touch with themselves. Like, I know, like, as a mother, we're always taking care of everybody else, and then once the kids leave, we don't even know who we are, right? Who am I? Where did I leave off in my life? It's almost like that. For whatever reason, somebody now has a choice to do something different, to see something different, something that has to do with the desires of their heart, happiness, singing, their soul being filled with happiness, getting back to that happy place. Yeah. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. It is hard to maintain a high vibration. It is. Because everything around you is very negative. That's why. What's going on in the world at large is negative. And sometimes what's happening in our personal lives is very negative. I don't know why I'm going through this with you, Aries, but somebody must need to hear it because Spirit is speaking it through me. Okay. Where are my cards, Spirit? So, let your friends help you. You could also get counseling from somebody neutral, right? So if you don't have anybody you can confide in, for me, I just pray, allow your heart to sing, your soul to sing, and do what you're being guided to do. I see a lot of growth occurred in the summer, Aries. Major changes. First card, growth. Goals and objectives. You felt like you made progress this summer. You had a good summer. It sounds like you had a good summer. A lot of positive energy, new patterns, progress, growth. First card. Okay, Spirit. Ace of Cups. Self-healing. You healed yourself after some past sadness, loss, challenge. Just a lot. Life, I know. The negative stuff, right? You healed yourself with the Ace of Water. Even your heart, self-love, self-care, self-discoveries. You've come back to the surface. All of this was part of your growth. For some of you, there's regrets, though. There could even be somebody who's still keeping their feelings and emotions in, like they're suffering in silence and not letting others know. And that's why Spirit says, ask for support from others. Let your friends help you. Okay. Yeah. Because there are negative repercussions from holding on to shadow, negative, depressive, sad energies. For not really addressing it and resolving it and moving forward, leaving it in the past and moving forward, right? Because usually with everything there is something positive too. We just tend to focus on the negative, right? But usually there is a positive aspect. We just have to look for that, right? So there is a holding back. There is some type of four of almost like Four of Cups. It's like a depressive energy. Somebody does need some support. They need to talk to somebody in order to get that passion back, that desire, that spark. Aries, I don't know if this is for you, but if it is, like, subscribe. Let's help other Aries get that passion back. Wow. There's toxicity, devil energy. So there could be a toxic pattern, some type of see, self-love, getting back to love, self-love, yourself, knowing who you are. There you go, though. Whatever happens in this summer, that was a lesson that will carry you through. The sun is under the summer. You were empowered over the summer. You learned something about you, self-love, breaking chains of toxicity, however they appear. You have that power. The devil is here, though. Something may not be clear. Something may not be truthful. It could be something outside of you. There could be outer forces also impacting you. And that's usually how it is. Okay. Maybe somebody's not telling you something that you need to hear, that you deserve to hear. That would help you take action. That would help you see the truth. Yeah, so I feel like somebody is blocking something. But boom. The last card is the Knight of Wands. I'm so happy. But you also have a new life, a fresh start. You're rejuvenated. You've healed. Yeah, you did the work. Ace of Cups, self-love, and now that leads to a new you. Healing after crisis. Your sacral chakra, you get your passion and desire back. Your sacral chakra controls your passion and desire, which is your heart chakra, right? What you really want to do. The heart of the matter. Woo! And the last card is the Knight of Wands. All about attraction, vitality, excitement. Adventurous, taking action. He's on that horse, galloping, doing the work, doing the groundwork. You are in an attractive energy. You are. That's when love comes in too. Tell me about some love that's coming in, because I'm feeling attractive. I'm vibrating high. I'm feeling Mars. I feel hot. I feel the sun. I feel like I don't want to continue old patterns. I want something new. Yes, it's like that spark has returned. Spirit said there is a need to trust in the divine plan at this time, regardless of the external. So something is going on internally, and Spirit wants you to trust what's happening internally regardless of what's happening externally. He also wants you to focus right now on your dreams, because messages are being disseminated in a dream state. And that could include daydreaming, right? Okay. What else, Spirit? I want to qualify. Why is Ace of Air reverse? What is it that's not truthful that Aries doesn't see, they need to see that, right? Okay. Okay, I'm taking them all. Yeah. So what you don't see is that you're the King of Pentacles. There's some situation you may be feeling like you don't have enough, or you aren't going to be able to get this, or you don't have the resources, and he wants you to know that your mindset, your thoughts, guard them, focus on abundance, prosperity, the resources that you have, how you can make this happen, how you can get whatever it is you're trying, whatever this resource is, whatever it is that you need. Because you're the King or Queen of Pentacles, you can figure it out. Also, you're the King or Queen of Wands, meaning your passion, your desires are back. So now it's time for you to explore them fully, to go after what you want. And above all, remember, you are divine masculine. You are the Emperor. Remember your solar plexus, your self-esteem, your value, who you are, right? You're made up of all the kings, all the queens, all right? So, what else Spirit does Aries needs to know to raise that vibration? I don't know where you are. Maybe you're just feeling kind of low, needing to figure out how to lift that vibration. Dreams, again, the dream state is very important here for you. Your dreams reveal deep intuitive messages, unlock their meaning. Also, maybe you being in solitude at night. Also, you could daydream. Sometimes you daydream, and when you come back, write it down. Sometimes you have to write things down because you don't get the full message in one sitting. I'm here, I'm talking to somebody. What else? The first thing that comes to your mind when you awake, and write it down. Everything that was unclear, right? Which is where our resources coming from, the true desires of your heart, your passion, you getting back on course, or even establishing new desires of the heart. And just a reminder of who you are. You're the Emperor. You know, you are the divine being, and divine will never leave you. He'll never forsaken you. He's always there. So you definitely get emotional support, emotional clarity at this time. Some of you needed that. Spirit sent me here to give it to you. Divine alignment, aligning with the higher frequencies. That also allows you to connect intuitively, easierly. Very intuitive message for you. Tell me, Spirit, about this soulmate that is either with Aries or coming in. A lot of growth here. They're very receptive. They like to talk on the phone much more than texting. I like that too, because then you can hear their emotion. Sometimes texts just leave a negative tone. But be ready to receive what fate has planned for you, Aries. As long as you're receptive, there's a love coming in who's right on your vibration. He's right on your, he's aligned with you. There is a divine alignment. You are divine masculine, divine feminine. You need that. You're being guided to that special person. Allow everything to take its natural course, which is a little different for you because you do like to control, being the Emperor. Some of you that are already involved in a relationship, you are grateful for that, and you should let your partner know that more. It will help the connection. That was for somebody. Okay. Yeah, some of you, there is this obstacle. You have the devil. You have the devil here. There is some type of toxicity. This is in current energy too. It's kind of dark because the next card is the Ace of Swords reversed, the Ace of Air reverse. Definitely no and an ending. Why? Because you are reinfused, rejuvenated, re-empowered with the knowledge of who you are. And so you transmute this situation. Because it's our thoughts, right? If we decide we're not going to 1555 on the clock, by the time I got it out. If we change our thoughts and only think positive or think upon constructive things like our goals and objectives, then we're not giving the focus to this, and it causes it not to grow. It diminishes. That's how to keep your vibration high. What else does Aries need to know right at this moment, Spirit? Oh, you're not telling me? Something about investments. Maybe this is the answer to your resource problem. Investments made will have positive results that will bring prosperity. Invest wisely. And as the King or Queen of Pentacles, right, you're the investment of your time, your money, your energy, right. All of that matters at this time. So invest wisely. Okay, Spirit, tell me about work and what Aries loves now that they have their desires and passions at top of mind. What does Aries need to know? First card that fell. You're brilliant. Of course, you're the Emperor. You're divine also. Spirit said brilliant is as brilliant does. You need to discover your own genius by breaking away from the grind and following your own inspiration, your own ideas. Wow. You're a leader. You're a born leader. You can't, you are brilliant. And whatever you do, it's going to bring you the recognition that you deserve. What else, Spirit? Wealth. Yeah. I see things working out. Venus. You're ruled by Mars. Yeah, you're a little hot-headed. But you know what? I do see whatever this brilliance is, whatever you come up with, it has great potential. We're talking gold bars here. Wealth. You're working towards something real wealth, prosperity in your life. You're setting yourself up for the long term. And what's returning is real passion. At the beginning, you were passionless. From passionless to real passion. Some of you are still in a dead-end position, though. Spirit says a dead-end job, dead-end relationship, and it's time to find your true passion. Yeah. It's time to experiment. It's time for you not to settle anymore. Look, you deserve so much more, and that's all part of the King of and the Queen of Wands and the Emperor, the Empress, discovering who you are. I deserve more. And once that light bulb goes off, and it will. Once that goes off, it's like sky is the limit. You take the blinders off. There's a release. You're ready. You're ready for everything you deserve, and it's all coming in. All right, like, subscribe. Leave me a comment. Thank you. Okay. Spirit says sometimes holding on does more damage than letting go. Leave behind all that has been weighing you down for a long time and reach for some new opportunities. They're coming, and Spirit promises you will not regret it. Wow. Reach for these new... that's what I'm talking about. Keeping your focus on that raises that vibration. Because you're just not giving attention to dead energy, to shadow energy. Look, it's time to start over. Let's start a new pattern. 101. Go back to 101. Put 101 in the comments for me. I really need to help. The help from my friends with my channel growing. Starting over is about intelligence, dynamics, making a difference. It's about taking the failures and turning them into spiritual, personal development. And happiness is linked to self-expression, growth, and experience. Learning from failure is key. Happiness is real, possible, and around. Understand its process and the pursuit of it. Joy is fluid. It is the little things and the big ones, the failures and the successes that are all needed. There's a fresh start though here, right now, 101. Thank you so much for staying till the end. I enjoyed hanging out with you. Until the next moon phase, namaste.